Alright guys, welcome back. So today I just want to show you some useful little licks that you can use to blend major and minor together. We're going to be working out of the key of B and just throwing in things like the major third and the flat 5 and just throwing in some triads here and there to connect some of the different pentatonic positions together. So we're going to start out with the intro. We're going to slide in and reverse rake this little diminished triad. So just slide into 7 on the high E string. I kind of hybrid pick most of this, but you can pick it however you want, right? And then get 9 on the B string and 10 on the G string, right? And just kind of mute out that high E after you hit it. And then go 9 to 10, B to G, right? And then we're going to land on 9 on the G string. Okay, and after you hit 9 on G, we're going to mute out that B string, kind of flatten your finger over it, slide back from 10 to 9 on G, and pull off 9 to 7 on G. And then get 9 on the D string, right? Alright, so that'll be your first little part there. Then we're going to start adding in some major. We're going to hammer on to the major third here, have 7 on G, hammer on to 8 on G, and then go to 7 on the B string. Then we're going to slide in from 9 to 10 on B. And after you slide in 9 to 10 on B, hit 7 on the high E string. Okay. And then go back and hit 10 on B again. And after you hit 10 on B again, pre-bend it up to the pitch and give it some vibrato, right? So that'll be your first half of the lick. Okay, and then from here, we're going to work up. We're going to go to 11 on the high E string, bend it up a half step. Alright, just bend it right up to that E note. And after you bend up 11 on E, bend up 10 on E right after it. Just give it a gradual like quarter step bend. And then go to 7 on the E string. Alright. Then we do this cool little lick. This is a fun little way to move down through position 5 and 4. We're going to slide from 9 to 7 on E. And then pull off 7 to 5 on E. So you're going to have a... And then from here, we're going to rake back, flatten out, mute out that E string, right? And slide back from 7 to 5 on the B string, and then pull off to 3 on B. Alright, so you'll have... And then after you slide and you hit B on 3, get G on the 4th fret, and then get G and B on 4, and we're going to slide in G and B up to 7 and bend up. Alright. So you'll have... Okay, just gradually bend up that G and B on 7. So then we get into this Joe Walsh type of lick, right? And we're just going to be kind of sliding back and forth between 2 different strings. And normally when you see these kind of licks, they're up on the higher strings. It'd be something like that kind of thing, but we're going to play it down here. It's a little bit trickier to play down here, but we're just going to hybrid pick it. I'm going to use my pick on the D string, my middle finger on G. I'm going to slide in 2 to 4 with my middle finger on D. Then hit G on 2. And then hit 4 on D again. And then I'm going to slide back 4 to 2 on G with my ring finger, right? And then when we repeat the phrase, after you slide back 4 to 2 on G, we're going to slide in 2 to 4. And that'll turn it around with the slide, right? So it's... So you just do that like 4 times. And after, to get out of it, we're going to slide in 2 to 4 on D, go G on 2 to 4 on D, then hit 2 on G again, then hit it again, and then hammer on 2 to 4 on G. Alright, so you have then we're going to get this little double stop here. We're going to get 3 on B, 2 on the high E string, and just bend those G, or bend that B and E string up together. Let's do that twice, hybrid pick it, and then deaden out the B string, and you can hit the E and B too, just deaden them out, and reverse rake it, and pull off 4 to 2 on G. And after you pull off 4 to 2 on G, you get 4 on the D string. Alright, so you'd have then we're going to take that same kind of phrasing up, but we're going to go into major with it. We're going to have 5 on B and 4 on the E string. You don't have to bend these as high because you don't want to bend them out of tune, just kind of give them a little nudge. And then do the same thing, deaden out the G, B, and E string, and then get 7 on G, and slide back from 7 to 6 and pull off to 4. And then get 6 on the D string. And then get 4 on G, right? And after you hit that 4 on G, actually we don't go 4 G, we just hit 6 on D, right? And then I'm going to bend up 7 on G and go to 4. Alright, so that'll be your ending phrase. And I can't remember what I did at the end. I think I just kind of went, you know, just kind of noodling around, just improvising there, but you know, however you want to finish it, right? And so that's the whole lick. We're kind of just moving between position 1, position 5, and position 4 of B minor, and then connecting B major pentatonic inside of those, using them as passing tones, and just, you know, outlining different scales and shapes as we move through both of those scales, right? So the whole lick all together, you'd have so that's the whole thing, and really just break these down and just see every lick as kind of its own thing, right? And every time you learn a lick, try to learn it and find it on different string sets, right? So if you're up here and you're doing like a, find that same lick, right? It's right here too in position 1. It sounds much cooler playing it this way, but it's the same thing, it's the same notes. And when you can do that, you're not going to have to be hopping around to get a certain sound or a certain lick you want. You can play it and have more economy in your playing by staying in one position and getting the same licks and the same notes. So that's really important to work on, right? And then just take this, break it up into like 6 different licks. You know, see the opening lick is one thing. You know, that's one lick on its own, and then just kind of mess with that. It's right there in position 1. I'm sure you know 100 licks that all fall within that, and start trying to add and blend other licks you know into that lick, and then go into lick 2. There's all sorts of stuff there to mess with. Kind of see where you fall in between major and minor, and then you can mess with that little Joe Walsh thing. And just kind of mess around with it, right? And, you know, the possibilities are endless. You know, licks are fun, and I love teaching them because they're a great way to learn the fretboard, right? It's very important to learn your favorite solos, learn your favorite songs, and understand what chords you're playing underneath. And here we're just playing on a 1-chord vamp and a little B blues shuffle. But it's always important to know where you're heading next, where you're at in the moment. And this way you can always be thinking kind of 2 steps ahead in your mind of where you want to go and what you want to hear in your head. So that's the whole lick. I hope you find something useful in here. Just practice slow, have fun. I'll see you next time.